Thank you. All right. So, what I'm gathering is there's a lot of thinking going on around these parts. So we have to go back to some thoughts here. A lot of thinking. One of the things that we talk about, I'll try and we'll catch up fast, is when we do this work and move into higher dimensions, we're not going to think our ways into this. So that's kind of what we're dedicated to considering together. You know, and I'm going to just, it's a nice offering to Lori, and I'm going to remind you guys, you got to be with this information, take what resonates with you, disregard the rest, take all of this with a grain of salt, because I will be getting more and more direct with you, and I keep saying I'm pressing that accelerator a little bit quicker. Tip and a clue. When you hear information that triggers you, hi Erin. No, that's okay, honey. Come on in. Nice to see you. When you hear information that triggers you, okay. At some point I want you to revisit it. It's information for you. When you hear information that immediately resonates with you, you'll feel a sense of peace, even if it's something that you haven't been trained to consider. And then there will be times where you'll hear things and you'll just be like, nah, then let it go. Let it go. It doesn't resonate with you. But the triggering ones offer a lot of information. Everything we talk about in here is, there is no right and wrong, there is no bad and good, and there's no fair and unfair. When we move into higher levels of consciousness, we know that everything, every person, place, thing, circumstance is just what? Information. That's all it is. It's just information. And we're so dedicated to this way of judging everything. And I get it. I'll start working with people individually, and they'll be like, oh, I got this whole right and wrong thing. I'm done with it. And I'm like, okay, well, let's keep going, because I personally think it's a lifelong endeavor, making sense of it. All right, so one of the things that I'd like to go over today, did everybody get to access, I'm just going to go real quick on this. Did everybody get to access the graphic that was designed for STATE? I know Lori didn't, but okay. So what it is, real quick, it's a graphic that we created, and it's about, there's been research where flies were put in a jar. Jar was closed 3 days, and what happened was most of the flies stayed in the jar because they were conditioned. One fly would fly out and kind of go and do a journey. This group, what I'm talking about, is dedicated to those who are going to fly out of the jar. The catchphrase is the lid is off, so just go and explore. Honestly, I'm gonna have to be direct. I'm not going to work with everybody. My message isn't. I'm not insinuating that it isn't for everyone, but mostly what I'm inviting you guys to really consider now, individually, is many people can hear information, and I'm not the only one disseminating this information, so that's for certain. But most people can listen to this information and get really interested in it. And people can stay there for a lifetime. You can go over, you can be an eternal student. And one of the things is, I'm a big fan of free will, so if somebody wants to be in that space for a lifetime, that's great. I'm working with the people who are committed. And committed not to what I'm saying, because I don't have any information for you. You know better than anybody, doctors, anybody, teachers, professors, me, anybody that you come in contact with who can offer you information. Nobody knows this better than you do. So you have to really build a connection to what resonates with you and what doesn't. And that's what we're going to keep going over.